Hello, everybody. The other day, actually Easter, I intervened. Two men were about to, well, one man was about to attack another man. Um, and it was over nothing at all. At all. And I didn't want to see anyone fighting, so I got in between them. One wanted to fight and the other one did not want to fight. So I got in front of the one who wanted to fight. And, and it was Easter. And I said, and some other people were trying to talk to him too. And I was like, don't do this. It's Easter. He said, I don't care if it's Easter, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I don't care what it is. So then I said, okay, well, don't let anyone allow you to get so upset that you're willing to lose your composure. And he listened to me, and then, I tried to get him we were in a grocery store, and he was going to fight with the store manager. And I tried to get him to leave the store with me, but he wouldn't. But he said to me, he said, thank you. And he shook my hand. And so then I just left. So the other day I went back in the store and I asked him, but did everything resolve okay? And she said, yes, the man actually apologized to the manager and admitted that he had been drinking. And I said, I'm so glad that nothing, bad happened. But then I spoke to my great uncle about it, and my great uncle told me that I was wrong for intervening because I could have been hurt. And I agree with him. I didn't think about my safety when I intervened to try to prevent them from fighting. I didn't know about the state of mind of those two men. I didn't know that man was drunk. So, and, if the police would have gotten there too late because this was like a right now type situation. But I agree with my uncle, and, it's unfortunate. So, I would just have to not intervene anymore when I see argument break out or anything like that, because I don't know the mentality of the state of mind of the people involved, and I may get hurt. Even though I'm trying to do a loving act, I guess that's just not my place. So I'm still learning too, y'all. I'm learning every day, just like all of us. And I want to say that, a lot of men of color, they walk around with a lot of anger in them. And I understand why a lot of women of color walk around with anyone who's been abused, mistreated, misused, held down, all that stuff. Yes, there can be unresolved issues. There can be anger that has been held on to so long that it's turned into bitterness and hatred. So I understand. I understand. And that's why I talk to us and send out these messages, because we need to heal ourselves. No one is going to do it for us. No one else cares enough to do it. Everybody else cares more about their own life and what's going on in their own life. That's why you individually have to make that decision to go and get the help that you need to address all the things that are going on in your head, because your thoughts dictate your behavior. And they dictate the words that come out of your mouth. That's why people of color, African Americans particularly, because we've been brutalized, we must reach out for help. There are even AA groups, anonymous groups that you can go to if you don't have any money, that have meetings all times of the day and night, any day, every day. So if you can't afford to go pay for therapy, you could go to an anonymous group. They're welcoming. You don't have to pay anything. Go get the help you need. Make this choice to love yourself more. This is a loving choice. Seek out the help you need. That's a sign of strength. That's a sign of self-love. So let's do that. And, like I say, I'm learning too every day. Let's grow together. Remember, let love be your objective. Love is simply kindness, kindness to yourself and kindness to others. And learn how to be assertive so that you can express to people how you want to be treated, and also let them know when they cross a line of yours, unacceptable behavior. But you can do it in a way that's respectful to yourself and to them, where they can hear you, so that a fight won't break out. You know what I'm saying? If they want to fight because you've been assertive, then that's a serious issue with them. But you've done the right thing. But we each have to learn how to do the correct behavior so that we can communicate correctly. And we need to be taught this. This doesn't sink in through osmosis. That's the main reason why we are still where we are. We need to be taught. Because remember, all that we learned and everything, all that was beat out of our people. When we were brought over here to America, we were brutalized. I mean, whipped, raped, all that. So all that was knocked the heck right on up out of us. And you have to be taught. Just like you have to teach a baby. We have to relearn everything. Okay? So let's do it. I know we can. I know it's not easy, but we're worth it. And I know that much. God bless you.